You can hear me now. Man. Okay. Oh, it's a rough morning already. Jesus. Uh, I had to turn my microphone off because I was testing the new video that I was doing for today. And the irony is, there's audio problems with all of it. Not all of it, um, which is fine. Um, I took a meeting on StreamYard, and then I was also OBS recording. So that doesn't make sense. Why was it double? Why was it? Why was it doubling up on the volume on the sounds? Oh, I don't know. But I was listening to it, and it's you can't use any of it. Maybe. All right, hold on. Oh, let's see if I can do this in 30 seconds. All right, hang out. We'll see you guys in just a minute. I think I fixed it. It's not broken. It just doubled up on my side. Hello and welcome to wrong buttons. Uh Whimsy Nooners. My buttons are all over the place. How are we all doing today? Let's back it up 30 seconds. Boom. Um hey, how we doing? Whimsy Nooners. Uh I thought there was a problem with today's show, but it's not. And I can fix it, I think. Okay, so I need to get rid of this. Okay, so we are going to look later at this. I need this out. Success. This one just needs to be just okay. YouTube is out, monitor and output, and it needs to be just monitor off, monitor. All right, I think we're gonna try that. That when I was testing it this morning, um, one of the things I was looking at was trying to play this video for you guys, and when I was playing it on my computer, I getting double sound. So I was getting the video, the YouTube video itself, and then the YouTube video playing through the computer. So I was getting both sounds, and it was getting all it was junk. But I think I can fix that. Um, I had my microphone off earlier because I thought that's what it was, but it wasn't. So in case you guys didn't hear, Mom or Grandma, I need a picture from yesterday because yesterday was the end of week 3 for a photo of the year, and I think yesterday's events were perfect to really capture year 3. We had a blast. So send me one of those pictures now before we get the show started. I'm still taking the pictures, or I'm still going to get the pictures one per week. Um, the original idea was they're going to be right here, and I was going to display them for you guys. You wouldn't be able to see them all, but you'd be able to see that there are pictures there. But because of the new setup, I don't have the grid space to hang pictures. Could I find a different place to display them? I don't know. I'll see. I'm gonna check it out because I'd like to, within the next week or so, I'd like to be able to show you the 4 or 5 pictures that we have so far for the year. Um, and if not, like I guess I got 6 months in a year and show you 26 pictures versus 52 pictures. Boom. Like sent me pictures for yesterday because they were amazing. And she sends me pictures of just Sophie. She's like, fuck Liam and Ben. She's like, just check out this sweet kid. Oh, you guys are funny. All right. So, Nooners. A little bit about my week, a little bit about some TV I watched, and then um, a small rabbit hole. I'm going to jump you guys down. Should be an interesting one. This one might go slightly over, but maybe not as far over as last week. 'Cause last week I didn't realize like we went fucking hard over. I went what was it, the coaches versus inspiration type thing. Um, I enjoyed it. I don't, so we'll see. There's more some more education stuff on this one, so we'll figure it out. Um, but let's get you with your short started. Boom, getting to know me. This is what I've been doing this week. Uh, weirdly, a lot of stuff going on. Sophie went to school. Lynn's back at school. Kids are going back to school. But um, me wise, work's still the same. Um, but I was able to work a little bit on the creative side. Um, so here are the whimsy. I submitted some whimsy doodles for Kit. So I gave her a script of 4 more so she can start working on the doodles. Um, in the so what was interesting is I want to introduce a new character to the comic, but not a new character to Whimsy. And I liked the idea behind it, but then when I wrote it out and I sent little samples of like what I was thinking about, I think it came across super creepy looking. There might be a series of very creepy looking Whimsy doodles coming out. Um, and I think I didn't mean for it to, but with like little to no context, they look creepy, like serial killer creepy. So I might lean into that for a minute, and when I write the next, uh, I'd like to see like a nice, like 4 comic arc introducing this character. Um, but yeah, so we submitted the doodles, and then the other one on the page, the long ones, those are some back rooms. So she sent me the sketches for the back rooms on those first 2 long ones, and then those are the colored of the same ones. So we have it. They're they haven't been released yet. I'm waiting for her to get the rest of them. So these are the stories from what 74, 78 with Liam's lucid backrooms dream. So we're gonna work. So webcomics are weird. There's a couple of different formats you can do because they're read long ways. I showed you a little while ago on Webtoons, but they like to read long ways. So in theory, each page would just be like this would be like half of a page uh, if you put those two on top of each other. And then you would scroll through them. So we've done three. We're gonna finish it up in 3 episodes, a total of 18 pages. Um, but each page, one, two, three, four, has like four little panels. It's like we're gonna do single frame panels on them. So she's gonna finish those. Um, I like this as a project. She reached out and was asking if she could use this for her portfolio, and I said absolutely. Um, but then there's another project that I kind of stumbled on yesterday that makes sense, and I'd like to do it, but it might have to be an extra type of thing. Maybe not, but I'm going to start really researching um, the next idea. It's going to be something along the lines with Whimsy Publishing. So I think I'm going to publish something. So we will find out. Uh, Probably not for a while, to be fair. I got to get a couple of ideas down and then see who I want to bring into the folds for it. But yeah, Kate is still she's still drawing, doing her thing. I'm excited to see how she finishes off the backgrounds. Um, when they're done, maybe yeah, maybe when they're done, could I have William tell the story? So I clip out the back half of that episode because that episode has a bunch of stuff up front. So the 20 minutes he explains his dream, I could just put the comic up, and you guys could we can gauge the story that she drew versus the story he told. That'd be kind of interesting. I can handle that. Yeah, we might do something like that. It's gonna be a while. I'm still. These things are expensive. Webcomics are expensive. Uh, I wouldn't. I don't mind it, the cost wise, but I wish it was a slightly longer story. But at the same time, I don't. So, but yeah, Kit, she's working on some cool stuff for us. And then the other thing that I've been doing a lot this week, um, we went to Fan Fusion, obviously a little while ago. Uh, Mr. C had a new episode drop last night. Great episode. Definitely on the spooky side. But it's a little sad, a little spooky, but he's a good storyteller, so I'll listen to him. But then Pablo reached out to me. He was from the con. He started recording. Boom, Whimsy Studios like was up and running this week. So, um, okay, let me think. I'll give you some background. Um, I get an email that was like, "Hey, I need some help. Just recorded a podcast. I need some help with some of the editing stuff." I said, "Sure, no worries. Um, go ahead and send me what you can." So we had to open up. We had to create a like a Google Drive folder so you can share it. So he shares it, and I'm looking at multiple audio and video files. And the idea was like, can we here's everything they recorded, and then how do we tweak it and clean it up a little bit, fix it. So um, I was able to pull all of the audio off of it that we needed, and I was able to set up an audio version of the podcast. There was a video component that they wanted that didn't quite work out. And I think we will hear about that. I'm going to play their episode 0 for you guys, so you can see. Um, so on the back end, what's in my pocket will be a little bit of the conversation that we had when we had our meeting. And I helped set some stuff up. I'll show you some stuff, and then I'll play. I think it's like 15 minutes. So I'm just going to play you their 15-minute um, whatchamacallit, their episode 0. And then I gotta go back in and put links to Mr. C and to Cine Amigos. So that will be coming up shortly. But yeah, what was interesting about it is super fun that somebody was able to reach out from the con, because Megan and I were like, if you need help, we'll help. He reached out. Um, I helped get the audio fixed. I did look at everything that they had, and then realized that the video aspect wasn't going to be feasible. Sorry, coughing. I've got something in my throat. Um, but the idea of creating Whimsy Studios is, what else can I do to help set you up? So what was kind of a nice, like, oh, he said he would help out, turned into, for me, the roadmap of like a starter package that we could start offering, like a podcast setup. So that's what we'll see on the back half, is what does a Whimsy package or podcast startup package look like? What all does that entail? Am I recording for you? Um, you know, do I send you anything? Like, so I'll break down what a Whimsy package would look like. So, um, short up front, because it's going to be all in the back. So, um, it was a fun experience for me. Like I said, it gave me the beginnings of what exactly, like, I know what I can do, but having this experience with Pablo and his friend Eddie, is I now have a file, because I put everything into a file and I send it to him. And so now I can actually see everything that Whimsy has to offer if you need it for a startup. Like Ming Chen, he helped us with the podcast startup, right? He has a little class. It was an hour, half hour record. So it was half hour talking. He had a slideshow. He did help us with the logo, because this is a Ming Chen original. So he did help some stuff on the back end, but this way, I can actually say what it is that I can help design with. So, with all of that said, let's move on to the middle section. Um, I have no idea what the slides look like on this thing. There may or may not be a commercial here. I don't know. I don't know.
Tired of the same old predictable podcasts? Dive headfirst into the wonderfully weird world of Mind Pockets. Ever wonder what goes on inside the mind of a slightly off-kilter individual? Join host Ben as he unlocks the chaotic collection of thoughts, ideas, and random musings he's captured throughout the week. Each week, Ben unleashes the Mind Pockets, a playback of the week's most bizarre and brilliant internal monologues. He'll react, analyze, and unravel the madness, giving you a front row seat to the unpredictable landscape of his brain. Get ready to explore the uncharted territories of Ben's mind. Mind Pockets every Saturday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on the Chasing the Whimsy YouTube channel.
Um, I cleaned it up a little bit. It was what, 32, 33 seconds better than the 40. Kelly's working on the logo still. Threw up some the dates and where you can find it. So boom, I'm making commercials now. But nice tight, just over 30. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I don't know why I went with the girl voice. I'm still playing with the different voices. So sorry. Watch. Okay. Uh, there's some stuff out there. There's not a lot. Um, here, what's interesting is a lot of stuff that I'm stumbling on is a lot of like really family orientated type shows. This is definitely not one of them. This is this Final Destination Bloodlines. This is on HBO. if you guys like the Final Destinations franchise, it's not a bad movie. Um, it seemed a little rushed at points, but it was very Final Destination. They did kind of uptick the gore a little bit. CGI blood is all over the place. So technically, this is out. I did not know it was coming out to HBO, but it's out there. Um, all right, then Primo is actually a pretty really decent, funny show. It's on Amazon. You got the kid in the middle, and he has like five uncles and his mom, and then they're like hardcore Mexican, and it's like they play into some stereotypes, and but like there's some heart in this show. Like it was kind of adorable. 10 episodes, like 24 minutes each. This was funny. Like I haven't seen a good, nice, funny show in a while. Uh, But check out Primo. It's super easy. It's not serious in any way. It kind of gives a lot of like uh, what was the one with Chris Rock? Everybody hates Chris. And Malcolm in the Middle. So it kind of has like that a little bit vibe to it, where it's a little bit like over the top at places, um, but it's not like narrated first person. It's an interesting show. It was kind of fun. I enjoyed it. What else we got? Happy Gilmore 2. I have mixed feelings about this. I don't know how to feel about it. I need to watch it again. Happy Gilmore was an awesome movie back in like 96, 95. Um, so we got Happy back, and okay, I enjoyed it. I think the mixed feelings is why did I enjoy it? There's no way that you go into this movie thinking it was going to be like fantastic. I think the what I'm iffy about is like the why he's golfing again. Like the whole there's a competing golf league that wants to start, and I think that's where I butted heads. Is the the first one he's over the top. He's the extreme going into a very like normal golf, right? And now they made the other golf league like super crazy and over the top. And I think that's the only thing I butted up against. There's a grip of cameos in this thing. The thing hit number one on Netflix, so uh, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was like I think it pushed just under 2 hours. A lot of callbacks, a lot of fan service, um, which is exactly what I thought it was going to be. I just butted up against a little bit of the second league in that storyline, but it's on Netflix. Uh, it's like everybody's watching it, so um, yeah, a bunch of people watched it. Happy Gilmore too. I went and saw Fantastic Four last week, so I got done with the live stream. I was like, I'm not gonna go to Cole's, so I sat for a minute and I was like, fuck it, grab my keys and I went to one. I did not fall asleep during that movie. Amazing. Like there was everything about my day would suggest that I was going to fall asleep during that movie, and I didn't. Um, Great reviews everywhere. It played in this like so you got the Marvel universe that we've all seen over the last like what 15 years now. Um, it's a uh, a different universe. So because they've been playing that multiverse, so this was like the Marvel movies that we watch are Earth 616. This one was like 828. So you don't see any of the people that we've been seeing, which was kind of nice because it makes it almost feel like a standalone. But it had like this nice, like weird, like science fictiony '60s vibe to it. The characters are fantastic. The story is pretty decent. What I personally enjoyed about Fantastic Four is it didn't lean into the superhero ness of it. Like when you watched The Incredibles, like they had superpowers, but there was still that kind of like that family story that kind of tied it, like held it all together. And that's all this really did. This was all about family. Spoiler: uh, Galactus wants Sue's kid, and she's like, "F that." So uh, it's just a really fun the whole time family story that with superpowers. Sue Richards is like the fucking shit in this movie. Um, like she's killing it, man. You don't mess with Mama. So if some alien wants your baby, Mom's gonna be like, no, no, thank you. Uh, Not bad. It grossed a grip of money. I didn't take a look at the box offices yet, but its first week, it's up there. So it's interesting. The post credit scene does have a tie into the new or to the old universe that we're used to. So there's obviously gonna be a crossover at some point, which is kind of exciting. But for this, like your introduction to the Fantastic Four, this is the perfect movie, and it doesn't lean real hard into like the superpowers, how they got the superpowers. It's just like in part of like this little montage. Um, Good. It doesn't there. It's dark and gritty. It's very like hopeful, very fun. And again, you don't mess with moms because moms don't fuck around. And then I almost missed this. I don't know. I think this came out like last week. Sandman. Okay, Sandman is like one of my favorite graphic novels. Um, it got me reading. Um, and then like it's a the Sandman the graphic novel is like critically acclaimed. It's it's considered one of the best pieces of literature in comic book form. It kind of helped legitimize graphic novels and comic books as like legitimate literature. So when you look at it, you're like, how, like comic books aren't literature. Like he helped legitimize it. Um, so this is part three of season two. Uh, Follows the story of Morpheus the whole way through. I think this is I like this show is genius, man. This show is so good. Uh, because of the problems with no gaming, people aren't aren't talking about it, and it sucks because if like it's never trim it down to a total of 22 episodes, 20 episodes, and there was two special episodes. So in 20 episodes, they did everything like the story of Morpheus from start to finish was amazing. Is it my sound or your sound? When did this come in? Oh, that was a while ago. Um, so I don't know. I absolutely enjoy the show. Uh, I don't. Yeah, uh, it's hard because no gaming's tainted this whole project. Oh, uh, it's the Cosby problem. right? The Cosby Show is a brilliant TV show, but because one guy ruined it for everybody, like it got taken out of syndication, and it's the separation of art versus the author or the artist. So rumor has it they're playing Cosby Show again in a couple places. There's a couple of channels. Uh, you should watch it. Um, Definitely on the very it's straight adaptation of a graphic novel. So um, this is all very superpowery fantasy, but it looks amazing. I might rewatch it again. But that's all I've been watching. Like that's it. Um, that's it. Like six things. To be fair, Prima I watched last week. I just forgot to put it on the slide. Um, Sandman was only 11 episodes this second cycle. So there you go. There's a couple of things for you guys to look at. Happy Gilmore, easy enough. Uh, and Sandman, I promise you, it's probably one of the best stories you'll see in a while. So I say try it. All right, so here's where.
Get ready to meet your new favorite storyteller. Introducing the brand new podcast, Storytime with Mr. C. For most of his life, Mr. C has found pure joy in sharing tales with friends, family, students, even strangers. Now, he's bringing that lifelong passion directly to your ears. On Storytime with Mr. C, you'll join him as he digs up forgotten classics, hopefully creates some wonderful new ones, convinces a few special guests to share their incredible experiences, and takes us all back to the very beginning of what makes a great story. Find Storytime with Mr. C today on Spotify. Prepare to be amazed, entertained. It's more than just a podcast. It's an invitation to simply hang out, connect, and remember the simple pleasure of a well-told story.
What was beautiful about that? Boom! I trimmed that thing down to 30. I think mine was 33. Why am I yelling? Holy crap! I'm so sorry. I think that was about 37 seconds, which is better than the minute 5, minute 2 that it was. So I'm getting better at my ad reads, like building an ad read. So, um, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to leave that one in there for a little bit um, because I like the ad read. Okay, what's in my pocket? So this is, like I mentioned in the very beginning, I'm going to walk you through the beginnings of what Whimsy Studios is trying to accomplish. Right? We have Chase the Whimsy. We're doing podcasts. We're going cons. We're talking to Liam and Sophie, Megan. We're bringing in family. I'm doing weird interviews. That's normal. That's front of house stuff. That's the stuff you see. Whimsy Studios. The idea is how do I get other people to start podcasting? It's the panels, the two panels that we did. So superpower um, and doing it on a budget. So what does that mean? What does it look like? We gave a lot of just ideas and suggestions and samples of different equipment you could use. So the Pablo with Cine Amigos reached out and says, "I need some help." And as I was helping them, I found the outline and the bullet points for what it is that Whimsy Studios can help someone do if we ever created like a podcast startup package of some kind. Now, obviously, that gets marketed somewhere differently. Um, we'll promote the different shows through all the different Whimsy shows. Um, Mr. C He gives us a nice little tagging plug on the back and the front of his show. So uh, there's going to definitely be a community aspect of it as far as uh, advertising each other's shows. And then how do I advertise the Whimsy Studio stuff? I don't know yet. But it's not going to be real upfront in your face during all the regular shows. Okay, so Whimsy Studios wants to help people use my expertise or my whatever expertise. Again, it's not so much expertise, right? I guess I don't think I don't like the word expertise. I'm gonna take my 2 years of experience and help others kind of trim out the first 2 years. Okay. So one of the things that Whimsy Studios is going to do and help out with is, boom, I'm going to create some thumbnails for you guys. Um, so the middle was the logo that they sent me. Uh, they are a movie review podcast. So I was able to be like, all right, boom. So we got some movie and some popcorn, and I gave them like two different thumbnails. Like, do you want the name of the logo and then movie reviews? So that way people know it's kind of like the movie review. Or we can just drop the movie review off of it and just kind of center everything.
Pull up a chair for passionate film.
That's not supposed to be there. All right. Mm, oh, let's play twice. Um, this is the second thumbnail. So the thumbnails are like what you would put on YouTube, like the first screen, the first picture that you see before you click on the video. So you could also double it as like your logo a little bit if you want to tighten it up a little bit. But I can help with your logo. I can help kind of add to it a little bit. Um, I thought this was just a picture, but it's actually a commercial. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys hear the commercial that I made for them.
Film Talk. We're thrilled to announce Cinema Amigos, the exciting new podcast that's about to become your go-to for all things film. Join host Pablo and his friend as they embark on an in-depth journey through their most beloved movies. Each episode is a lively conversation filled with unique perspectives, insightful analysis, and an undeniable love for cinema. If you're ready to deep dive beyond the surface and hear fresh takes on classic and contemporary films, Cinema Amigos is your perfect listening companion.
Boom. So now you technically, so the idea is I take that 30, that might be a little bit short. I think that was like 29. I don't know. We take that and I give that to Mr. C, and then maybe he drops it at the beginning of the end of his episode or the beginning of his. And the idea is that we just keep sharing all of our different commercials, so everybody can kind of be like, we're all part of Fan Fusion 25, Whimsy Studios, and kind of go that route a little bit. So your startup package comes with a couple of graphics for your thumbnail, maybe a voiceover, right? Obviously, I'm going to tweak that because I did this before I got to know them better. So it's Pablo and friend. It's Eddie and Juan. So we can obviously change that to make sure we get both of their all three names in there. But again, this is just a sample of what we had. One of the other things is on the video side of things. Uh, they wanted to do similar to what um, this is, right? I got the overlay. Shit. So they're like, yeah, we want to do video. So so he's like multiple camera. I'm like, all right. So I'm listening to him a little bit. Um, so I'm like, all right, let me think of something. And what I end up doing, because I know how they're going to start recording, is I give them. Now, what's kind of nice is I use the thumbnail and kind of tweak this. So this is what they when they record and you watch their video. That's what you see. The middle is obviously where the camera will be. So you'll get the two shot of them uh, as they podcast. What's nice is I'm maintaining consistency across most of the images, building a brand, if you will. Um, I'm not changing all of the different thumbnails and then the overlay. I'm not changing it up too much, just so that way when you see the where's that the whatever this is, and the popcorn in the background, that's Cine Amigos. Um, but I'm like, here, boom, here's a one camera. He's like, no, 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 we want multiple cameras. I'm like, all right, what does multiple cameras look like? Boom, multiple cameras. Again, keeping the same theme and brand uh, of the background. And now when they put the camera, when they start setting this up, they know what to size the camera to fit in those little boxes. Um, so what else is nice is like, oh, you guys want to do a video version? OBS is fine. In theory, if you pay for the upgrade version of, um, okay, so here's the beauty of this. Okay, you don't have to OBS on this. If you record, you'd have to go back with the one camera. Okay, uh, easy and confidently, you could record via StreamYard, Riverside, or just a regular camera, right? And then what you would do is you can take the video, shrink it, and put it over this. It's like it doesn't have to be the on OBS. We could, in theory, take your video, put this on top of it, and still maintain it. So there is a version of this overlay that is so the Pablo Eddie one, they record straight onto it, kind of like I do, right now. Like this is on the screen right now. We could record it a different way and then put that video on top. So it's purposeful. Uh, so boom, thumbnails, commercials, overlays. Like we're helping with the image of things, right? Which is nice because it took me how long to get this set up, right? Because it used to just be StreamYard, and it used to just be right here in the corner, right? The title and my name, and then eventually we grew into this, and this is even. Let me think. This one for Nooners is the third iteration of the background of the overlay, if I remember correctly. Because at one point I did want to make this screen bigger, and I shrunk down the Nooner or the Mind Pockets. So this is like this setup is like third take. So what's nice is you ask Whimsy Studios for help. I'm like, boom, I'm moving you guys up 6 months in the visuals. You have the background. You can start it consistent all the way through. It's nice and clean. In theory, you don't want to change it that often. Um, we can play with it a little bit, but for the like, we're starting to build a brand from the very beginning. Um, so boom, great work. Okay. Now, real quick, would it be like weirdly like okay? I don't want to be like a total shithead about this. Would it be in? I don't think it is. Like, I'm just gonna get a second opinion. So hopefully Kelly watches this soon. In the very bottom corner of that, could I tag that with a whimsy? Like, could I put a gnome in the bottom corner that says like partnered with? Like, it's not. I don't want it to reflect that. I can't say created by because the show is not created by. It's not powered by because it's not me. But where do I put a whimsy on this logo or on this overlay that kind of like tags it as a Whimsy helped product. Let me think real quick. Hold on. Like if they come on to like it doesn't have to be a big one, and it can even be like a transparent. Like it doesn't have to be all hard. Like I can I could pull back some of the make it a little bit more transparent, so it's kind of like a watermark. I should like where would I could watermark it somewhere in the bottom corner that just gives people watching just a kind of a nod that says, "Oh, like this is a Whimsy Studios thing." We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna play with it today. Because if I go transparent with it and it's like a watermark it in the somewhere, ooh, could I do like a little pics? Maybe. Oh, that would be cute. If every logo, no, because depending on like I couldn't put one on Mr. C's. Mr. C's wouldn't look good. I don't know, but like a little pics hanging out in the corner of one, like next to the popcorn or up top, like on the that'd be kind of cute. That'd be fun. Um, all right, so that's what we're building, okay? But you're like, so you have so now I'm giving you all these visuals. Here's the commercial again.
Pull up a chair for passionate film talk. We're thrilled to announce Cinema Amigos, the exciting new podcast that's about to become your go-to for all things film. Join host Pablo and his friend as they embark on an in-depth journey through their most beloved movies. Each episode is a lively conversation filled with unique perspectives, insightful analysis, and an undeniable love for cinema. If you're ready to deep dive beyond the surface and hear fresh takes on classic and contemporary films, Cinema Amigos is your perfect listening companion.
Okay, perfect. All right. So again, Ming Chen is kind of the model we're using. Help you with some stuff up front, half hour record on the back. So mine, I'm looking at like an hour and a half. Okay. I'll call you for a half hour. Okay. Now here is, let me see, let me see. Okay. All right. So it says play video. Okay. So this was this will be the personalized meeting, right? This is like a half hour. Hold on. In theory, can I do? I have to be able to do this somehow. I was gonna try to put my camera up there. Don't worry about it. Okay, so this will be a personalized meeting. I meet with you, get an idea. What is your podcast about? So this is the meeting I take before I built any of the thumbnails, the commercial, the overlays. So all of these, so I have that meeting, and you tell me what it is that you're looking for. Okay. Um, Here's where it's going to get a little wonky for a minute. So bear with me. We're here. We might as well, like, why not record it? Because if
Yeah.
might as well. All right. So, how are you guys doing? Did you listen to the best version I sent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did it sound a little bit better?
Yes.
It did.
Okay. The problem that I ran into. So here's a couple of things I'm going to show you. I'm using StreamYard right now, and it's nice because it has the two screens. So, like in theory, if you guys, so you guys would record close to each other, so you would just have the one frame. Eventually, if you guys can get like an extra like Chromebook, or if you have like an extra laptop and hooked up 2 computers, then you can just like call each other in the same room basically and have your 2 separate screens.
Mm-hmm.
So like this video, in theory, what I can do, well, in theory, what could be done, I don't know if I can do it, is you have the split screen, and then you can edit off one Pablo, and then edit off all of Eddie, and you can put them up on the 2 separate screens. Or you can do the OBS stuff, which is kind of like, yeah. So you could do like the OBS stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and you could put like what this is mine, but you could do like one camera over here, and then one camera over here. So you guys would still have the one program with the 2 cameras.
Yeah.
If you go, I think that would almost work really well also, because your vision, from what I kind of gathered, is you guys want the 2 separate cameras, right?
Yeah.
So that would kind of work. The idea that you had, I like it, where you wanted to do the 2 cameras, but then when Eddie's talking, the screen would go more like full Eddie.
Yeah.
And then when you guys are like, so like it's not impossible to do. There's a Stream Deck
Mm-hmm.
that would have like you can assign each button. So like in OBS,
Mm-hmm.
scroll over here real quick. Cancel. So like over here, I can assign all of these a different button. So I have like a YouTube screen, a different display screen. So what you could do is, I think personally, you guys stick with the 2 cameras for right now.
Yeah, I just got the camera you sent me, so
Yeah. Oh, very cool. So I'm gonna bounce around a little bit. This video, it's like an hour long. I didn't expect it to be an hour long, but like that's the meeting that I'm having with you. Like, what is it that you want set up? How do you want it set up? And now I'm sharing screen. Now you can visually see some of the stuff I'm doing. And then what is interesting is logo stuff work. So obviously, whenever you get some of your logo stuff, I don't mind hopping out, adding that to your background, or creating a background off of that logo for you guys. The one I kind of, and what's interesting is like I did all of this, the 2 backgrounds I did for you guys already fairly quickly. So what was kind of nice about it is it's not super hard. But let's do like this. Sometimes I forget where all this stuff is.
yeah.
New. Let's call you guys this one. Ooh, that one's already in use. We could do like really cool stuff like. So in theory, you guys can see me playing with the OBS, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So then what we would do is you guys would go single cam. If you guys like the multi-cam, then obviously you would go that one. And at least that way it gives you guys the 2 separate screens. Then you got to play with your eye lines, kind of like where you want to set the camera. So on screen, are you guys both looking forward, or are you guys kind of like off to the side looking like conceptually at each other?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like that's pretty simple and easy to do. You said the 2 cameras. Let's see. I got the video capture device, second camera. Yeah, I use just a random second camera, which is cool. When you play with it, you got to make sure that your camera settings, when you guys set up, give yourself like an extra like hour. Set it up, record like a small like a behind the scenes or an episode 0 type thing, where maybe you could cancel. So you can listen back real quick, and then
Yeah.
test the volume. Huh, that's so funny. I told him to do something that I completely didn't do myself. That's where the double audio was coming from, was because it was reading the audio from multiple cameras. Because all these cameras come in with like their built-in microphones. So, but what was nice is like the idea that I can sit with you for half an hour and literally set up the entire show. Like you can see on the in the OBS section, you can see that I was adding um, all of the different what you would call it, the cameras, and then I shrinked everything down. So, for example, let's go like here. You can see where the camera got a little bit small, right? So kind of show them how to like widen it. Here's the file that we had set up together. Let's see. I'm playing with all kinds of different views on this recall. But yeah, it was kind of nice that I was able to kind of, and they asked some questions. I asked some questions. Uh, and we were able to kind of play with a lot of those, all the, I'm sorry, it's like all over the place. You guys are saying. Um, it was an hour. Obviously, I'll keep that a little tighter. So it's interesting. Uh, but it's like real hands on. It's not real conceptual. Like they can see exactly what it is that I'm doing. They can technically refer back. They don't have a copy of this, but I can send them a copy of it. Um, so yeah, kind of nice little meeting. Now, what else is interesting is I did tell them, I did give the advice of go and get your episode 0, right? Test out your equipment, um, and play with your angles and your cameras. So the next part here is I'm going to play you the whole episode 0. Okay, it's about 15 minutes long. But what's interesting is, and what's nice about it, and like I don't want to cut it short. I want to give them some props, give them their due. Um, so after our conversation, this is kind of what they put together. So it's kind of cool to see, after a phone call, a couple of texts and emails, and then the overall, the bigger overall meeting, what they were able to kind of come up with. So um, let me go ahead and play this for you guys. Um, this is Pablo Eddie, and I forget if Juan is in this one. But Cine Amigos, this is their episode 0. They are now on YouTube, and they put it all together because of fan fusion. So Megan and I, Whimsy Studios, uh, like they did it. They could have done it themselves, but they talk a little bit about their episode 1. Could be a little discouraging. It could be a little hard, or they could have just started pumping a bunch of money into this thing. But with a little bit of help and some guidance and some suggestions, um, let's see what they came up with.
Hello, everyone. My name is Pablo.
And my name is Eddie.
And we are here to talk about the future of our podcast and introduce ourselves once again because during the first episode we had a little bit of a mishap. You could still hear everything that we were talking about. The problem is we had a mishap with like the video recording and stuff like that.
Let me know if you guys can't hear it.
So the first episode will be purely
Audio.
This is our 0 episode, so we'll go a little bit more into depth about our first episode, and then we'll also, like I said, introduce ourselves, why we're doing this, and just talk about the future and what we hope to accomplish here.
For sure. Yeah. So, how Pablo said, we are just wanting to come here and talk about our future of this podcast, our goals for this podcast, and give you a little more insight on why we're doing it.
Yeah, so I'll start it off by saying, like I said, my name is Pablo, and then the reason why I'm doing this is because I love movies and TV shows. It started when I saw Guardians of the Galaxy, which is kind of ironic because now Superman's out. Yes, I do love most of James Gunn's movies, but I also loved Zack Snyder movies. I really just love movies in general, so that's why I wanted to start this podcast with my friend here, Eddie, because we're movie lovers, and I just want to talk to y'all about movies, talk to Eddie about movies, and just hear your guys' opinions on these movies, and have a respectful and very safe environment here.
All right. And again, my name is Eddie, and I've been a movie lover for the longest time now. The first movie that I saw in theaters was actually Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Sorry about that. Keep going.
And after that, I just enjoyed going to the movie theaters. Spider-Man became my favorite superhero after that movie, and it just became an apparent thing. I remember going to the movies, watching Revenge of the Sith, watching the Harry Potter movies, and the X-Men movies, and it just became a constant thing of me enjoying going to the movie theater and watching movies. I've been thinking about starting my own podcast, but I was pretty hesitant about doing it, and ever since Pablo told me that he was starting it, and he kindly asked me to join him, we started this, and so hopefully we have a good time with this, and you join us along for the ride.
Also, we would like to mention that we do have a third person. He has not been able to be here for the 0 episode or for episode 1, but he will be here for our second episode, which will be talking about Fantastic Four review and a couple of other neat stories around the film industry at the moment. But yes, his name is Juan. He's also very enthusiastic about this opportunity.
Sure. Yeah, he's a big movie lover as us as well. For what I know, he's done mostly comic book movies, but he is not opposed to watch any other movies.
He's also a big anime guy.
Yeah.
So he can be our anime side of things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that big into anime, but I'm here to help him out to spread the word as well, because as long as the movie industry is doing great and the TV show industry is doing great, no matter what they're showing, that's why we're here for.
Yep. We're just collective love for movies and TV shows and any form of entertainment that we can talk about.
And if we don't like something that you like, we respectfully
just want to talk about it.
We don't mind your opinion. We love, maybe your opinion changes our mind on a movie.
Yeah, that's what we want to talk about. Go more in depth into movies. Maybe there's some things we miss that you guys have more knowledge of, and then opinions change, and that's why we're here, to just get a more inside look, depth into people's perspectives.
So this is basically our main goal, like I said, but our goal is also to build this into a I guess job. Honestly, I would love to do this for the rest of my life, if possible. If not, we'll be here and we'll bring out any episode that we can.
Yeah. We both of us are in the education field right now.
Yes.
So we love doing what we do and working, but having this as well just it's something that we wanted to do.
This is like our little escape from reality, and like just having those few moments with movie fans is just feels amazing. So
Yeah.
yeah. Now we'll go on to that first episode mishap.
There's a lot. I wouldn't say a lot that happened, but like it was something like it did frustrate us, but we learned from things. This again, it was our first episode. We're still trying to learn.
So for that episode, we used 3 cameras. We used our iPhone cameras and the main camera, which is this one. Yeah, but the problem is the file for the iPhone camera is way too large, so the person helping us with the edits and stuff was just having too much trouble getting the video edited, and like it was just too much of a hassle. That's why we decided to drop the first episode as pure podcast form, with no video. But for sure, hopefully with his help now, go follow him at chasing the Whimsy.
Great guy. Yeah.
Great guy, has
helped us a lot.
Yeah, he took time out of his day to help us a couple of times already. So really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And just helping us with those little mishaps that we have, and hopefully now we can show him this 0 video, and like
he could help us out a little bit less than what was in the first episode.
And now we could build that network that he said he wanted to build with podcasters. So.
And the other problem was, you could say like, why didn't we just use the main camera footage? The problem with the main camera footage is, for some reason, it was in slow motion.
Yeah.
So
I did not press anything. I only pressed record, and sadly it just did not happen.
Another thing that we could do with this podcast is, some people out there know more about video cameras or like anything editing wise. You could help us out with that. We
appreciate that a lot.
Appreciate it. But yeah, build this community. So that's why our first episode is going to be pure audio.
Yes. But like I said, now we're looking to the future. Our first episode was on the Superman movie. It was the spoiler review. So that'll be coming out soon for those who want to hear it and who love that movie, and even the ones who hated that movie. You could hear our thoughts and what we thought about the movie, and what we think about the future of the DC.
Spoiler, we loved it
so much. It's the first movie I've watched 4 times. Well, 3 times. Going to a 4th soon. So
that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time I watched a movie multiple times was Infinity War.
Yeah, I imagined it was Infinity War.
I would say Endgame, but I can only watch that one twice because it's still pretty long. But I still enjoyed it. But Infinity War, that's the one I watched.
I will
4
say,
times.
Don't think that this is gonna be a purely comic book based podcast.
Yep.
If we have to pivot and do it as purely comic book movie based, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But this year we're gonna have 3, and we already had the 3 that were going on, and it's over now. So
yeah.
The next thing is obviously Peacemaker, but
we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that. But after that,
the next movie, it's gonna be
till, what is it, June? With it was Supergirl, right? And then it's July for Spider-Man, No Way Home, or No Way Home. Brand New Day. Which interesting stories coming out for the 2nd episode on that?
I think Doomsday is gonna be first.
First?
Is it in May?
No, Doomsday got
pushed.
So it's gonna be.
I mean, let's not talk about dates. Let's just like Doomsday, Brand New Day, Supergirl, Batman Part 2, at the top of my head.
but for I think Doomsday is all the way till 27 now.
We'll check on that.
Well, I mean, we'll talk about it when the time comes, but that's for the future. We just want to
Mhm.
make this safe environment and
Yeah.
talk to you guys.
Yeah, and just to clarify, it's not purely comic book movies. We're gonna when we have time, we'll watch other movies for sure.
Yes.
But like our main
Except for that 28 years later again, never again. But
again,
but
if
I
you love
hope-
it, if you love 28 Years Later, I'm not gonna judge you for it. I can see why people like it, but for both of us,
It was just all over the place,
it was
honestly.
too much for us.
After those first 25 minutes, 30 minutes, it was all over the place for us, and we thought it was mid at best,
yeah.
right? What you score it? Let's just give them a little bit of a score, since we're already here.
The first time I scored it was 5.5 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about it now, I went up a little bit to a 6.
To a 6?
Yeah.
I think for me it's a 5. It's a 5 flat.
Yeah. I don't know if you watched the previous ones, 28 Days and 28 Weeks.
I watched 28 Days. Great movie.
Yeah.
I give that one an 8.7 out of 10.
Yeah. But it's going off based on those movies, it's like I feel like their tone was trying to change a little bit after that. If you watch 28 Weeks Later, the tone was trying to shift a little bit from 28 Days Later. And I get why they did 28 Years Later with that tone, but like still.
But it wasn't the same directors as the 28 Weeks and stuff, so I just it was a little disappointing for me.
Okay.
I do still have to watch F1.
We still need to watch F1.
We still need to watch F1. We need to watch Naked Gun
It looks funny as hell, yeah.
And it has raving reviews at the moment.
I wanted to watch Together with Alison Brie and Dave Franco.
Would love to watch that. And Weapons.
Weapons is coming up pretty soon.
Weapons is coming out this next upcoming week, and it seems like the hype is real from what this industry, the people in this industry have been talking about.
Yeah. So, I mean, going off of that, that's a little snippet of what to
expect from us.
Yeah.
And we'll be trying to make the episodes every 2 weeks. Sometimes it's gonna be us two together. Sometimes it's gonna be our buddy Juan with us.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we may have just solo videos
as well.
So, just look out for that.
And then we're also figuring out the way to zoom the person in, so we might start doing that as well if need be, right?
Yeah. It's always a learning experience, trying to try new things.
Yeah. So thank you for listening to this episode. Episode 0. We just wanted to explain a little bit of what's going on and why our first video is without any video.
Yeah.
Why our first episode is no video, and thank y'all for listening. And if you have any tips for us to better our quality of either camera or microphones, anything like that, please do.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right. Goodbye, everybody. And see you next episode. Alright.
Not bad. Like for an episode 0, fucking solid all the way through. Obviously, a few audio issues when Paulo turns his head. And there's a huge lag on this, so I'm watching it on TV still. We should probably put their names on it so that way we know who everybody is. Like it's kind of nice to have people's names on it. I don't have my name on mine, but we know who I am. Yeah, it's a solid. Like it doesn't. It looks great. They sound great. Like they said a couple of times, it's like there's a learning experience. Like I can help so much, but you have to do a few to figure out where your mics go, the audio. Um, Pablo's on the left, but he's technically sitting on the right in the room. Uh, it's all about making choices, and they like that it's offset a little bit. Um, so huge shout out to those guys. I'll put their podcast in the description. Let's do here. I'll give you guys a full screen real quick. There they are. So you can find them on YouTube. Cine Amigos podcast. Um, Check them out. They're a little bit longer form, which is nothing wrong with it. They go deep dive on Superman and Fantastic Four already. Uh, yeah. So just a few tweaks, and a lot of the tweaks are going to come from them. What they like, what they don't like. Um, I'm a little overcritical on mine, so I was always like messing with the levels or getting Liam a better microphone. Um, Visually, for whatever reason, ever again, it's all about choices. So as long as they are aware that Pablo's on the left camera but sitting right, hey, so be it. Um, so uh, take a look at them, subscribe, listen to the first couple episodes. Um, Thank you guys for the shout out for helping out. It was kind of cool. They did mention the network that we want to start. So we're getting there. We have two podcasts coming out of Fan Fusion. Um, they put in all of the work as far as like recording it and building something, and I just kind of help them get started. So um, I very much enjoyed my part in this. I liked the idea of helping them build the thumbnails or what you call it, the overlays. Um, and then we're gonna have another meeting probably later this week. You can notice that some of the lip flaps don't match the words. Sometimes there's a small lag. I think we saw a lot of that when I was using the old connector extender for the USBs. So one of the problems that Whimsy ran into was I had three things plugged into the computer, and the computer is trying to divide up all of its power to all these devices. So you got to get one that plugged in. So thank you to Lasagna for that. Um, Overall successful. Like the idea is like if I can get anybody else to spend an hour and a half with me, that's what your episode 0 looks like. And then their episode 2 is hold on. Stand by. Boom. There's their episode 2. We got Juan here now. So like they recorded a bunch in last week. And that's how you know they like it. Is they just can't stop recording. They got 5 hours of they got nearly 5 hours of recording already. Um, so yeah, keep an eye on these guys. Nice. Okay. Oh, because he does the YouTube the bottom corner. They have the water spot, the watermark. So good for them. Um, Fantastic job, guys. So keep up the good work. Um, and we're just gonna keep doing our thing, man. So if you guys know anybody else, so he had mentioned that there was some recording problems that predated me stepping in and helping out. So if you're all interested, an hour and a half worth of conversations and emails, and uh, you know, we can get you set up, ready to go. You don't have any awkward fucking kitchen moments. But to be fair, that was a choice, and I absolutely loved it because we were playing with it that first live stream. Um, but again, it's all about making choices. and then standing behind the ones that you like. And then eventually there's that learning curve where uh, if not people don't like something, you got to maybe tweak it a little bit. But for the most part, it's a solid episode. It's a solid podcast. Um, there's very few. The few changes would only be from the content creator side of me. As a viewer and a fan of them, there's not a lot that I would pick apart. So I think with me, it's just going to help polish it up a little bit, just make it a little tighter, fix the lip flaps, and yeah, it's it's a solid podcast. Um, so right now you can only find them on YouTube. We're going to eventually get them up on Spotify and possibly Apple. So uh, that's pretty much it. So give them a chat. Leave some comments in their on their videos on episode 0, 1, or 2. And I think that's pretty much all we got for today's show.
Hey
Told
there,
you it was
Whimsy
going to run a little
fans.
bit long.
We wanted.
We'll cut her out for a minute. Uh, the Patreon. Thank you guys. Andy, Nikki, your family, Megan, your family, Joyce, and Ender Froggy, C1, Gooster, Violet, Dad, Courtney, Kit, and Lasagna. Thank you guys for helping out on the Patreon. You guys also help out donating some money this year for the holidays. So if you guys aren't signed up, take a look at it. Sign up for the free. Like it's totally free. You'll see um, most of the posts that I put in um, are for everybody. I haven't paywalled much of anything yet. So take a look at it. And then if you want to throw a couple bucks out, help us out. Um, we appreciate it. So I think that's all we got for you guys. Oh, there we go. Let's go here. I guess I could put this up here better. Maybe. Hold on. There we go. Now we're at the end. Thank you guys for hanging out. Uh, Mr. C dropped his 5th episode. Check him out. Cine Amigos has 3 episodes right now on YouTube. Check them out. Show them some love. Uh, like, there's 2 parts to the Whimsy Studio aspect, right? I can help get you up and running. I need you guys to kind of help show them that we see you. Uh, so take a look, subscribe, listen to a couple episodes, leave some comments, let them know. I think that's all I got for you guys. I'll see you guys on Saturday for Mind Pockets. That's it. All right, you guys have a good night. We'll see you guys in a week. Whimsy.